Hello everyone, my name is William Matu, and I'm going to be talking about Fort Totten. Construction began on the fort at Willets Point in 1862, named Fort Totten in 1898, after the land was purchased by the U.S. government in 1857 from the Willets family. The fort is close to the Queens neighborhoods of Bay Terrace. The original purpose was to defend the East River approach to New York Harbor combined with the preceding Fort Schuyler, which faces it from Throg's Neck in the Bronx on the opposite side of the river entrance. The fort was among several forts of the third system of seacoast defense in the United States begun in the first year of the Civil War. The initial design was drawn up by Robert E. Lee in 1857 and modified during construction by Chief Engineer Joseph G. Totten. Unusually, it was designed with 4 tiers of cannon facing the water, totaling 68 guns. However, construction was abandoned after the war as masonry forts were considered obsolete following severe damage to some in the American Civil War. Only 1 tier and part of the 2nd tier of the 2 seacoast walls was completed. The 3 landward walls received little work. And now, the castle. Built in 1887 with a budget of approximately $12,000, it was constructed using the popular balloon frame construction style of the 19th century. The distinctive castle-like design of the building was based on the Corps castle insignia that was adopted by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and is still used to represent the Corps to this very day. The building is now also the headquarters of the Bayside Historical Society. Then there's building number 637. It was originally used as the Engineers Museum and subsequently became the Officers' Commissary, Quartermaster's Storehouse, and General Office, built in 1890 to 1898 and enlarged in 1910. Now, Building 422. It was constructed in 1909 as a quarters for the commanding officer of Fort Totten. Erected for the office of the Quartermaster General according to a standardized plan, 3655, the house displays the imposing features of the Neo-Georgian variant of the colonial revival style. It enjoys a striking location, appropriate for the commanding officer, at the north side of the parade ground. Building 336. It was constructed in the 1960s as a modern barracks for enlisted personnel as Fort Totten was undergoing its last period of expansion. It has subsequently been converted for use as a dormitory for personnel undergoing training by the New York City Fire Department. Building 638 was constructed in 1938 to 1939 as the Fort Totten Chapel, erected for the office of the Quartermaster General according to a standardized plan, 6167-110-127. The building displays the forms and details of a colonial revival style religious structure. Building 635 was constructed in 1905 along with Building 203 as a single-family dwelling identified as field officers' quarters with the rank of Major or Colonel. Erected for the office of the Quartermaster General using a standard building plan, 145-B, the house displays forms and details of the popular Colonial Revival style. Down the sloping lawn of the house, closer to the intersection, is a memorial granite headstone which reads in memory of Charles A. Willett, 1781 to 1832. In this historic fort, many people in the community still gather for various events and activities to appreciate its history and enjoy a wonderful park that has been maintained for so long. Although the fort hasn't seen the combat it was designed for, it still continues to serve the community while preserving its history.